conundrum in this presidential transition that the president-elect hasn't divested himself from any of his business assets. And that means he already is, personally, financially benefiting from the public office to which he has just been elected. Even just as president-elect, we have reports of foreign countries suddenly disappearing what had been long-standing roadblocks to his overseas hotel projects. Foreign diplomats have already started booking their events at his Washington hotel, and they've explained openly that they're doing that because he's president-elect. He has repeatedly had the top executives of his company sit in on his meetings and his phone calls with foreign leaders, and even his interviews with potential cabinet appointments. I mean, that's a problem. They're going to be running his business. They're also in on all these important decisions of government that could benefit his business. There's also apparently no plan for Donald Trump to dump even his stocks. That would be the least he could do to avoid the appearance that he's using the presidency, using his control of the federal government to enrich himself. Just take one example. Look at the stock of Goldman Sachs. Their stock just hit an 8-year high. Goldman Sachs stock is going through the roof as the president-elect meets with and hires more and more Goldman Sachs guys, including the Treasury Secretary, the guy expected to be the Deputy Treasury Secretary, his chief advisor and top strategist. He keeps bringing on more and more and more people from Goldman Sachs. And so the Goldman Sachs stock is through the roof. Donald Trump owns millions of dollars in Goldman Sachs stock. Trump also owns stock in the company building the Dakota Access Pipeline. Yesterday, he announced that he supports completing that pipeline, despite the protests from the Indian tribes that live in its path and their many, many supporters. Trump's transition team today sent out a briefing note saying despite media reports about Trump's investment in the pipeline company, his support for the pipeline, quote, has nothing to do with his personal investments. Trust us. The Trump team is acknowledging, yeah, it kind of looks like the president-elect has a conflict of interest here, but their plan is to do nothing about it. Trust us, that's not why he's making the decision. We're definitely going ahead with it. Everybody says it's because of the stock that he holds, but we say that doesn't matter. That's apparently how they're planning on dealing with these kinds of conflicts.